In an age of empires and faith, two worlds collided, forging a legacy of conflict and courage that would echo for centuries. This is the story of the Crusades, a saga of holy war where destiny was written in steel and stone, driven by ambition and devotion. It began with a call to arms, a cry that rallied tens of thousands, sending them on a perilous journey to a land they considered holy, forever altering the course of history. In the 7th century, the banner of Islam rose from the Arabian desert, spreading with astonishing speed. By the 11th century, a new power, the Seljuk Turks, had conquered much of Anatolia, threatening the ancient Byzantine Empire. The emperor, Alexios I Komnenos, facing immense pressure, sent a desperate plea to the west. He sought mercenaries, but his call for help would ignite something far greater. In 1095, at the Council of Clermont, Pope Urban II delivered a speech of immense power. He spoke of a holy land in the hands of non-believers and called upon the knights of Christendom to cease their internal squabbles and unite for a common cause. His words were a spark in a field of dry grass, igniting a fire of religious fervor that swept across Europe. This was not just a call for help. It was a call to reclaim Jerusalem, a call to pilgrimage, to penance, and to war. The crowd's thunderous reply would become the battle cry of a generation. God wills it. The Pope's message resonated deeply. Knights, lords, peasants, and priests answered the call, driven by a complex mix of faith, ambition, and the promise of salvation. This was a chance for redemption, for glory, for land. The symbol of their vow was a simple cloth cross sewn onto their garments, marking them as soldiers of Christ. Preparing for such an expedition was a monumental task. Knights sold their lands, families pooled their resources, and a massive, diverse army began to form. This wasn't a single, unified force, but a collection of armies, each with its own leadership, its own strategy, its own internal politics. The patience and courage required for the journey itself were immense. They marched for thousands of miles across unfamiliar and often hostile territory, facing starvation, disease, and constant doubt. Yet, their shared purpose and unwavering belief in their divine mission propelled them forward, toward the heart of the East, toward the holy city of Jerusalem. Their ambition was nothing less than to reshape the world in the name of their faith. The First Crusade reached its zenith in the summer of 1099 at the walls of Jerusalem. After a brutal 5-week siege, the Crusaders breached the defenses. The triumph was immense, but it came at a terrible cost, as the city was subjected to a horrific sack. The establishment of Crusader states in the Levant marked a new chapter, but their hold was precarious. A century later, the landscape shifted dramatically with the rise of a new leader in the Muslim world. Salah al-Din, known in the West as Saladin, a man of remarkable military skill, strategy, and compassion, he united the fractured Muslim forces. In 1187, at the Battle of Hattin, Saladin's tactical genius delivered a devastating blow to the Crusader armies. The defeat was catastrophic, leading to the fall of Jerusalem shortly after. This loss sent shockwaves through Europe, sparking the Third Crusade. This new chapter pitted two of history's most iconic leaders against each other: Saladin, the wise and strategic Sultan, and Richard the Lionheart, the English king known for his unmatched courage and battlefield prowess. The rivalry became legendary, a contest of will, leadership, and mutual respect, defining an era of intense conflict and chivalry. The Crusades were more than just a series of wars. They were a catalyst for profound change. For nearly 200 years, East and West were locked in a cycle of conflict and contact, leaving a complex legacy. The continuous movement of people and armies stimulated trade, introducing new goods and ideas to Europe. Spices, sugar, and textiles flowed westward, while European merchants gained footholds in Eastern markets. This was a period of immense cultural exchange. Knowledge of science, medicine, and philosophy from the Islamic world, which was then in its golden age, trickled into Europe, helping to fuel the coming Renaissance. However, the legacy also bears the deep scars of religious intolerance and violence. The relationship between Christianity and Islam, and even between Western and Eastern Christians, was fractured for centuries. The wisdom gained from this era is a difficult one, teaching us about the dangers of zealotry and the enduring power of human connection, even in times of war. As the dust of centuries settled, the castles of the Crusaders crumbled, but their story endures. It is a testament to the heights of human devotion and the depths of our capacity for conflict. The Crusades challenge us to reflect on the moral cost of war fought in the name of faith. on the blurred lines between pilgrimage and conquest. It's a story of ambition, of courage, and of the enduring quest for meaning in a world shaped by belief. The echoes of "God wills it" have faded, but the questions they raise about faith, power, and the nature of civilization itself remain with us. A permanent part of our shared human legacy. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey into the past enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that shaped our world.